I welcome you all to this session. The session is on internal reconstruction or alteration of share capital. As you know that any adjustment or restructuring, reorganization made by corporates or any company within maybe to write off losses or to reduce assets to a real value or to alter, reduce or increase or consolidate share capital. In first two, in fact three aspects: amalgamation, absorption and external reconstruction. The same set of accounting as per accounting standard 14 was followed. And in case of internal reconstruction, we don't have to prepare any ledger accounts. It is just if required you can, but it is to pass journal entries. So first let us discuss the meaning of internal reconstruction. In the very first slide or second about amalgamation, I discussed about reconstruction. Reconstruction in the sense any reorganization or adjustments, and you know that there are two forms of reconstruction: one external reconstruction, another one internal reconstruction. The external reconstruction in the sense maybe for some unavoidable reasons or maybe due to long sustained loss, company may adopt a scheme of reconstruction, take the permission and carry on with closing down of existing company and formation or establishment of a new company to take over the business of such one up company, where one company closes down its affairs and another company will be formed. The company which closes down its business or liquidates is called a transferor company, and other which purchases business is called as a transferee company, and then the affair will continue in the name of transferee company. But in case of internal reconstruction, as you know, internal reconstruction is an arrangement under which a company, instead of going into liquidation, closing down its business, reconstructs itself internally, means within, by merely altering or reducing the capital of its shareholders and the claims of its debenture holders and creditors. So shareholders are owners, debenture holders and creditors are outside parties, maybe to reduce, alter with their consent. That is important. Shareholders being a owner, definitely may be easy, and the debenture holders and creditors consent may be required when such alteration is there in their claims. Then the essence of internal reconstruction is that there is neither the liquidation of existing company nor the formation of new company like a external reconstruction, but there is mere alteration or reduction of capital and the claims of shareholders, debenture holders and creditors of the company. Now look into the differences between internal reconstruction and external reconstruction. The main differences are: in case of external reconstruction, one company liquidates, means closes down, but in the case of internal reconstruction, no company will be liquidated. Then in the case of external reconstruction, one new company will be formed, and whereas in case of internal reconstruction, no question of formation of new companies. Then in case of external reconstruction, or reconstruction can be effected without court's confirmation for external reconstruction, but in case of internal reconstruction it requires court's confirmation. Court must agree. In the case of internal reconstruction, debenture holders, creditors generally continue, but in case of external reconstruction, the debenture holders and creditors are usually settled by the selling company, and so they may not continue in the new business. These are more four important differences between internal reconstruction and external reconstruction. Now we shall see about the different forms of internal reconstruction. Remember, forms of internal reconstruction. 1. Reorganization or alteration of capital. Remember, alteration of capital may be in the form of consolidation. See, consolidation in the sense smaller value shares will be merged into or consolidated higher value. Say 10 rupees shares may be converted or consolidated into 100 rupees shares. Or it may be in the form of subdivision also. 100 rupees shares or 10 rupees shares may be divided into rupee 1 shares. Higher value, face value shares will be subdivided into smaller value. Second one is a reduction of capital. The total capital will be reduced. Then third one, in case of A, reorganize alteration, it takes in different form as it. Yeah. Alteration of capital generally means rearrangement of just capital that's owner's fund. First, increasing share capital by making fresh issue. Of course, it is very usual thing. Additional issues. Decreasing share capital by cancellation on an issue. So, on cancellation, share capital should be given debit, giving back. Then conversion of fully paid shares into stock. So earlier, enable the easy transfer of shares. Shares is to be converted to stock, and stocks can be transferred just with the share warrants. But now it is not allowed, but for the purpose of holding it, shares can be converted to stock. Then reconversion of stock into shares. Fourth one. Fifth one, consolidation of smaller amount shares into larger amount, or subdivision of larger amount shares into smaller amount. So these are 6 forms of reorganization or alteration. Then second one, reduction of capital. See, as a reduction of capital is an arrangement under which generally the capital of the members and sometimes even the claims of debenture or creditors are reduced. The amount so reduced will be a profit, and it will be usually used to write up the accumulated losses and fictitious assets which are on the liability. You see, liability will be reduced, and it will be used to reduce such a fictitious asset. And the overvalued portion of any such fixed asset. See, fixed assets purchased and recorded somewhere at cost, and if it is not adjusted for depreciation over the year, it will show high value. Now to bring it to a real value. It may also mean returning the excess capital to the members when the company finds that its funds are far in excess of its requirement. Reduction of capital will take place. A different form. 1. Extinguishing or reducing the liability of members of the uncalled capital. See, uncalled capital, the other portion of called up capital. See, fully say 10 rupees shares, only 5 called, another 5 pending cancellation. Then reducing the share capital by returning that portion which is in excess, giving it back, which is not represented by a real value of assets. See, assets and liability must be tallied. So now, when assets are actually at when valued at a lower value, actual value, it will be less than the present. So that will be difference. To that extent, capital will be reduced. Then writing of a share capital which is lost. These are different forms. See, there are 6 forms of capital rearrangement or alteration, and basically 3 forms of reduction. Now look into the journal entry one by one. Entry for various forms of reorganization. First part. First, to increase the share capital, as usual, bank account to share capital account. Very easy, simple. Decrease of share capital by the cancellation unsubscribed capital. See, unsubscribed capital which is not accounted for, there is no entry required. Conversion of shares into stock. Fully paid shares can be converted to stock. Capital debit to stock account. Reconversion of stock into shares. Reverse entry. Stock to share capital account. Then consolidation of shares means consolidating a smaller value to bigger value. So smaller value having credit now debit. Share capital smaller value to share capital higher value. Then subdivision is a reverse. The higher value or larger value will be divided to smaller. 10 rupee, 100 rupee shares dividing into 10 rupee shares. So share capital account debited to again share capital higher value to smaller value. these six cases, then entry is required for various forms of reduction of capital. See, reduce in the liability on partly paid of shares. When the shares are partly paid, the company can extinguish, mean cancel, reduce the remaining liability on partly paid shares. In such cases, paid up capital is not affected, but the partly paid shares becomes fully paid shares. Partly paid shares becomes fully paid shares. Means 10 rupees shares becomes 100. So share capital partly paid account debited to share capital fully paid, same amount. Here up to this it is partly paid, say 10 rupees shares, rupees 5 paid up. Now it will be called as a shares of 5 rupees itself. Then paying of paid up capital which is in excess. If the company finds that its paid up capital is in excess of its requirements, then the company can return the extra capital, and capital refunds extra paid up capital to the following entries. 1. For the transfer extra capital to shareholders, then to pay them shareholders to bank or cash. Then cancellation of paid up share capital. A company having a huge accumulated loss. See, paid up capital which is lost or writing off. Accumulated loss in the form of a debit balance profit loss account. Usually, we deduct loss from capital from opening to get closing capital. But in case of corporates, what you say, what you do, when even if there is a loss, we'll show the capital at a face value and loss on the asset side. To adjust, you have to reduce. Can be written off the accumulated against share capital. So reduction of share capital and writing off or elimination losses. For reducing any share capital, paid up value of the existing without reducing the face value, share capital to capital reduction account. So that is profit. Then reduce the paid up value of existing shares as well as face value. Old shares 100 each, new shares 50 each, and 50 rupee capital reduction. Then for writing off of loss, all losses, starting capital reduction account. See, when you do this capital reduction account will be credited. Capital reduction account can also be called as a reconstruction account. Sometimes it may be, but it depends upon what is asked in the problem. So for writing off of loss, capital reduction account or reconstruction account. In all, whenever there is a reduction or whenever there is a profit, it will be placed to capital reduction account. Now that profit will be utilized to write off the losses from the profit loss account on the asset side. Preliminary expenses, underwriting commission, discount issue shares and debentures. These are all fictitious asset. Then goodwill. Whether it is said in the problem or not. If there is a balance capital reduction account, these balances if are there on the asset side should be adjusted, including goodwill. And other thing as other assets as told in the problem. So overvalued part of assets, unrecorded liabilities, and if balance anything left, balance in the sense credit balance left in the capital reduction after adjusting for or writing off of all these losses should be put in the capital reserve account, and such capital reserve will come in the new balance sheet. Entry for reduce the claim of creditors and debenture holders. Creditors, debenture holder account debited to capital reduction account. As I told, sometimes you may be asked to prepare capital reduction account, or sometimes you may be asked to prepare reconstruction account. Depending upon that, you have to pass entries and prepare accounts. And rarely, sometimes you may be asked to prepare balance sheet after reconstruction. Thank you. This is all about the theory part as well as specific entries of internal reconstruction.